sometimes it's not always monetary. And there's a lot of word out there of people going, oh, you got to get paid. Like if you're going to do brand deals, you got to get paid. Don't do things for free. But like those are usually people with like 10 million followers or like people who are making all this money. I was like, yeah, you can say that. But like we all came from somewhere. Like we all have to build it. The amount of free keynotes I've given, the amount of like, work I've done for people to be associated with them and things like that. But what it does every time, I'm just making sure, can I document it? Can I get content out of it? Can I get some brand association? What can I get out of it that still helps me long term?
Yeah, that helps your brand.
So that's
honestly,
go.
And honestly, I'm very glad you brought that up because since our huge viral video, we've been dealing with that quite a bit. Is that we've had a lot of people reach out to us. And we're still kind of in that space where we want to do as many things as we can and grow our brand and help, because a lot of the people that are reaching out to us are people within our community, within our region that we absolutely want to help. They're great for our brand growing as us being ambassadors for the region.
And they're big brands that are like international wineries
and things like that. And so,
but they want a free.
Yeah, they want to basically offer, free tastings.
Which isn't free because it's like, it is, but it's like we get to experience or have a date night or,
Exactly. In exchange for, doing videos or doing content. And we're just in a position like we love doing that and we want to do that, but we're still trying to grow and look for, how we can essentially stay here long term. So it's kind of
like we want to do stuff for free, but if we do everything for free, we're going to have to go back to the States.
Yeah, it's like
100%. Yeah, exactly. And, when you're doing stuff for free, you've got to think about it like, is this going to what's the benefit long term because of this partnership? So like say it was a winery and you're going to get you to have a free date there and whatever. Like how does that tie into the long-term brand of Smith & Spain, and how would you do that? Like, are you going to be the couple that's constantly doing all these wineries and foods and have this cool sort of luxurious lifestyle? And if that is, then maybe it is a good thing because it helps start to build that without you guys having to pay for it, and you can start to build it. If that's not what you want to do, then it doesn't really, that free dinner or free wine tasting doesn't really help with that long-term goal. Yeah, it might be a big brand, but you're not necessarily wanting that brand association. So then I would be, I wouldn't be as inclined to take an offer like that. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't. It just depends. Does it work towards your long-term goals? Like,
I mean, I love
me getting
wine,
sponsored by Nike does.
Yeah. And see, being sponsored by Nike doesn't for me, but being sponsored by wine endlessly for my entire life.
There you go. And then
but also after, this experience the last month, we do really want to continue promoting this region. And I think we do want to build a big portion of our brand around us being experts on La Rioja and Logroño. And whenever, companies or brands or tourism agencies or whatever, whenever they think about this region or want to do something in the region or anything like that, that we're top of mind in terms of being experts and being ambassadors for this area. So it's definitely, that's kind of the direction, at least right now, where we see us wanting to take our brand and take, what we're doing.
Because our long-term goal is to be in Spain forever. So,
and we love this region
makes
where
sense.
we're at.
So then it makes sense to do these things, right? Because this is like, how expensive it is to make content, not just what you're doing, but actually your time and things going into it. And if people are giving you opportunities to make content and they're giving you the experiences for free that you would have done anyway, and it does work to your content, then those brand deals, there's nothing wrong with taking those for free, especially when you're still early. Because not to discredit your audience size, but you're still early on that journey, right? Like you're still building into that world. So using these opportunities and actually your current audience and fans watching you now, I mean, they're going to get real excited by now to see you guys doing all this cool stuff. They're going to love that success, and especially if you sell it the right way, to be like, oh, look at this cool opportunity that we've been able to have, and people will follow and love that. So it helps build that brand. Long term, you'll be able to go to the same people and say, look, okay, cool, we really want to still partner with you. Can we sit down and chat about this? Because our audience has grown 10 times in the last year. We had 200,000 followers, let's say, maybe, and that's possible with the way you guys have your trajectory so far. Is to then, absolutely. And like we went from, when you get a video that goes viral, like 5-10 million viral, like there's no reason you can't get 50 to 100,000 followers in that one video. Like one of our videos is responsible for 125,000 of our followers.
Wow.